Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yesterday we already witnessed the breakout to the downside out of this triangle. Quite an impulsive move, to be honest. And yeah, we talked about the possibilities we had and they haven't really changed. We made another low. I told you yesterday that this little move up here looked a bit like an ascending wedge, and these are typically bearish patterns, but it was really only visible on the smaller scale. But yeah, we did break down once more. So what does that mean now for our higher level scenario? It doesn't mean much. So it doesn't really affect the higher level scenario of a possible A, B, C pattern with a breakout to the downside afterwards. That is not affected at all because the B wave can just be reset. So in the micro scale, things are changing a little bit, but the higher level scenario isn't changed. There are still two possible scenarios that I'm observing. Either here the A, B, C structure where we came down in a wave 1, then this ABC is a wave 2. There will be a wave 3 down, a wave 4 up and a wave 5 down. That would be the bearish setup, basically the direct breakdown, ideally with a higher C wave. And we will then go down to around 14K, maybe even a little bit lower in this count. Or, and that's the other scenario, we're moving up here in a larger ABC structure and would then make another low. The only point where I would say Bitcoin has possibly already made its bear market low here, yeah, and it will not come down lower, is if we are moving up here further and will make a higher low. But I can't see that at the moment. My view is still we're going to make another low for Bitcoin. So as I said yesterday, I am bearish on Bitcoin short term. Because we're still waiting for another low. Yeah, 14K, 14.5K area. I need to mention that in every video because we get new viewers, and you know, some of the things I say might otherwise be misunderstood in the context. If I talk about short-term upside potential, this does not come from a perspective of bullishness. It's rather just the idea that we have a chance to put in more short-term upside before we see that crash to the downside. Okay, this is what the wave patterns would suggest, but only if we break certain levels and hold certain support levels, which at the moment is getting challenged because, as you can see, we have not managed to break through this red resistance area. That is the area we need to break through. It hasn't been invalidated at all. Yeah, it just is delayed a little bit. So let's see if we can still do it. What Bitcoin needs to do, it needs to break above this level, which is located between 16,910 and 16,000, well, yeah, 930. This is the resistance area, and we haven't managed to do it. So far, we've put in higher lows here. This last low might become actually a lower low, or it did already get a lower low. It did already become a lower low. Yes, slightly. So I cannot keep up the idea of this already being a 1-2 setup. At best, this will be delayed. And this 1-2 setup and the start of this blue wave C will be delayed because it looks like that we have to reset the B wave. Well, let me zoom in a bit. So let me take out. So as I said, on the micro, things have changed now because with this low, we made a lower low compared to the one before. So cannot keep up the wave count that we had on the shorter time scale. And we are going to move the wave B over here. That's something I already talked about yesterday, that this is certainly a possibility. And we will have to do this if we go below this last swing low, which we did. Question is this move down over yet? I don't think so. And what is the lower level or the higher level count now? Well, what do we have? My view is similar to Ethereum now, that we've got obviously a reset of this ABC pattern in blue, and the subwave structure would be as follows: A, B, and now C to the downside. However, it looks a little bit different to Ethereum. Therefore, I'm inclined to go actually not with an ABC structure, but with a WXY structure, and I'll tell you why. So WXY, which is a bit more of a complex wave structure. The WXY allows me to understand this movement here as an ABC. So we had 5 waves down, A. This might become a B wave triangle, and we will then come down in a C wave. It seems for me now the more likely option to understand it that way. Just move that across here. Okay. And understanding it as a B wave triangle allows me to account for this sort of not very strong retracement and here this overlap at the moment. Always understand that these micro counts can change, but if it's an Elliott Wave triangle, we might be putting in something like this here. A, B, C, D, E. And then we would break down afterwards. So if this becomes further sideways movements with additional overlap, it is probably this count, and we would then move up in a 5-wave move down. Target here, well, we would have to stay above 16,290, or no, 16,300. If we go below this level, then we have a problem, because, well, then we need to think what's going on. This drop below 16,300 would already increase massively the risk of a direct breakdown without further upside. Yeah. Then we break below certain levels where it will get very, very difficult still to justify short-term upside, and we'll probably just have to go with going down straight away. It depends a little bit on the structure, which is then evolving, but certainly here on the way down, this is now limited to 16,300, and a break below that would be directly bearish. Yeah, as I said, I've got a bearish view on Bitcoin, but this would be even very, very short-term bearish. Now, if we look at, let's see. So as per, if we take the length of the W wave, go to the high of the X wave, and then come down here, the first target would actually take us to 16,492. That seems a bit short. The second target to 16,200, that seems a bit long, because then we would go below the swing low here from the 19th of December. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can always get a B wave which is basically overshooting, or in this case, basically going below the beginning of the wave A. You get these, but they are not too frequent, okay? So that's something to be aware of. The other possibility is that we take the length of it's the other way of calculating a target. We go to the length of the A wave, go to a possible high here of the B wave. It's not entirely clear where it will top, but then we get to a target of around 16,350. That seems more realistic to me. So yeah, it doesn't happen. We need to observe this now. We are in a situation where this could easily turn bearish now. I mean, not only bearish, but directly bearish without any further upside short term. And again, the resistance area remains very, very valid. We need to break above that area to unlock that higher level upside potential. Support areas here started to fail now, which is not a sign of strength, also not short-term strength. So it's important to have risk management in place, money management in place. Be aware that this is a tough time at the moment, also for trading. A lot of people burn their fingers. So it's very, very important, probably more important than anything else, to have your risk management in place. I know a lot of people want to get rich quick, but that's just not the reality, especially not in the current market environment. It's all about being consistent, being disciplined, building your portfolio, position yourself well, and don't get emotional, and have your risk management in place if you trade this. Not everybody's a trader. Most people aren't, and that's fine as well. Nobody needs to be a trader. But if you invest in Bitcoin, you should at least have the basics in place as well. So this is the key level, 16,300, and we can formulate here a target area where this B wave ideally turns around based on Fibonacci levels. And well, we've already touched that area, but it would be basically on a larger scale this area between the 88. I mean, I don't even want to go down to the 88.7% Fib level really, but I kind of have to. By the way, I'm going to take, no, this was relevant here. I'm going to move this wide support area over because it was relevant here. This is now relevant, but I will go down to the 88.7% Fib level for this B wave due to the length of the A wave here and to give it a bit more space. But below 16,378, be aware that this could turn into a direct sell-off. So I'll keep definitely an eye on it for you. I'll keep you updated. But yeah, this is the area where ideally we need to turn around. And it all comes down to we need to break this resistance area to unlock higher prices in the region of, first of all, 17.3K and then maybe even higher. But this seems further away at the moment with the price going down. And I don't think this move down is over yet. So either way, I do expect another leg down very short term. And if we then react to a support area here, we have a chance to still move up. But there isn't much more of an opportunity then. This needs to be it. Otherwise, if we then make another low and another low, we are on our way down. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Here you can access the weekly live streams, all the previous recordings. You get access to our Discord and Telegram chat groups with a lot of additional content as well. Daily announcements, gold members get crypto signals, and just lots of additional content as well. And you can access all our TradingView live charts as well. Okay, thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.